Hey everyone, today we're going to be comparing two really awesome minimal travel bags. Here I have the Alpaka Elements Travel Backpack and the Able Carry Max. And I've really enjoyed using both of these over the past couple of years. Alpaka recently released this Mojave kind of special edition collection that has the Elements Travel Backpack in more of a Coyote X-Pack, which I really like, and so it felt like the perfect opportunity to not only revisit this bag, but also talk a little bit about some of the similarities and differences with one of the other really popular options in this category. So these have both been really well-built, comfortable, versatile bags, but there's gonna be some things that you wanna keep in mind depending on your particular needs to find the one that's gonna be best for you. So hopefully this video can help. Before jumping in, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, both of these have a pretty modern, sleek, and techy vibe. There is a good bit of functionality on the exterior as far as attachment points, straps, pocketing, so they're not as minimal as some of the other kind of modern travel bags in this category, but I think that they strike a nice balance as far as maintaining a versatile appearance that's gonna work well in a lot of different environments. And then as far as the materials, both of these are very solidly built. They're offered in a couple of different fabrics, but for the version that I have here, they are both an X-Pack fabric that's gonna offer plenty of durability and weather resistance. I'm a big fan of the texture that X-Pack also provides. It just feels a little bit more futuristic. And then beyond that, you just have, really premium hardware all throughout and really smooth working YKK zippers. I will mention that on the Alpaka bag, you do have the aqua guarded zippers on the majority of the compartments, whereas you have the reverse coil zippers on the Able Carry side. And then continuing along the outside of the bag, both of these offer really nice handles. So great top handle, well reinforced. They offer nice amount of padding. And then they also have a really great side handle. Pretty similar here, seatbelt-like material. I would say the Able Carry one is maybe slightly thicker, but they both get the job done quite nicely. And then as far as water bottles, the Alpaka bag has one external pocket that's gonna offer a nice amount of capacity and elasticity. And so this is a more traditional style of water bottle pocket. With Able Carry, they have this unique style of pocket that is a zippered pocket that is meant to handle a water bottle. And so it has the capacity to hold a bottle. It's also gusseted if you want to leave it open, but then if you want to use it for other items, you can actually secure this. So I often place pouches and other bulky items on the inside here. So both of these systems work well, just depends on the type of thing that you want to carry. Both bags offer some level of attachment points on the exterior. With Able Carry, it feels a little bit more minimal. You have webbing along the sides that you can use to clip on accessories with a carabiner. You also have the company's A-frame system that prevents the bag from sagging even when it's not quite as full. With Alpaka, you have removable compression straps on the bottom that have nice buckles to make them easy to use. This is gonna be great for holding tripods and jackets and other things that don't fit on the inside of the bag. You also have compression strap near the water bottle pocket. It's got a nice G-hook here, and this is gonna pair nicely with, again, other taller accessories that you're pairing with the pocket, or if you wanna use it to hang something on the exterior. So, nice variety of options provided on Alpaka's side. And on the branding front, both of them keeps things pretty minimal. Alpaka has the small logo here on the front, Able Carry as well, very subdued, blends in nicely. So I like that there's no loud logos on either of these bags. And then as far as the capacity, the Able Carry Max is listed at about 30 liters. The Elements Travel Backpack is listed at about 35 liters. I would say that this feels closer to 30 liters. And so the capacity on these is pretty similar in my opinion. And this is going to be a great minimal travel bag size, very carry-on friendly, something that'll easily store into any overhead storage compartment. As a personal item, it'll start to be a little bit big for many of the stricter international airlines. It's just gonna be tough to squeeze it under the seat. The bags are a little bit tall, which also makes them slightly bigger than what I would normally like to use for EDC. I could see some people wanting to have a larger bag like this for longer days, and it is a versatile size that I think is gonna work well and be able to hold a really nice amount of stuff. And then taking a look at the harness systems, both bags have been very comfortable to wear. They offer a nice amount of padding on the straps. Different style of padding here. Able Carry has some of my favorite straps of any on the market. Just really nice, comfortable, soft padding. Nice breathable material on the inside. Alpacas also feel quite comfortable. The padding doesn't feel as thick as the one on Able Carries. You do have these sort of ridges, this interesting pattern here, which I think works well. And so both do a great job. They both offer a sternum strap with a magnetic buckle, which is great to see. With Alpaka, you do have the load lifters at the top that will allow you to pull the bag closer to you. So I know some people really like that with larger bags. And then on the back panel, again, both feel really, really comfortable. Great amount of padding on both of them, and pretty good breathability as well. I might have to give a little bit of an edge to Alpaka here. I just really love how this padding is distributed. And then, Able Carries still feels great, just doesn't feel like it's quite as distributed as the one on Alpaka's side. And this breathable mesh here feels just slightly more breathable in my opinion. Then they both offer a nice luggage pass-through to allow you to rest this on a suitcase while traveling to save some weight on your back. And then a nice addition with the Alpaka Elements backpack is that you have a pretty robust waist belt that you can add and remove. So similar type of padding to what we saw on the straps. It integrates well, so it's really gonna pull that weight off of your shoulders, and then you have some pockets on the sides to allow you to access some of your smaller items a little bit more quickly. Jumping into the organizational options, both bags offer a nice variety of pockets all throughout. Able Carry has a zippered quick access pocket on the front, very spacious. It's got a good amount of volume. Currently I have here my USB-C hub, some cables, and my sunglasses with their bulkier case, and all that fits in there very easily. You also have some slip pockets on the inside to give you a little bit of organization and prevent everything from just floating around in there. You also have a lanyard with a clip that you can adjust or remove, so that's really nice to have. And then you also have a pocket on the side next to the handle. So when you're carrying this like a briefcase, you can reach down, grab your sunglasses, grab some AirPods, and then you can also move the lanyard from the quick access pocket on the front to this area here with the webbing that's included. So nice, easy access there. And on the back, you also have a more hidden zippered pocket near the top that's going to be a good spot for something a little bit slimmer and more delicate, like a passport, some extra cash, a wallet. And then for Alpaka, you have a zippered quick access pocket on the front. This is a pretty small pocket. It's got this lip that comes over to provide some protection from the elements, and then it's just going to be good for something like a charging cable or a pair of AirPods, very small items. And then on the side, you have a nice quick access pocket that offers some internal organization. And so you have a couple of slip pockets here for something like a pen, I currently have my pen in here. I have a pocket knife, which I wouldn't travel with. And then you have a taller slip pocket for something like a field notes or a mouse. And then you also have a zippered pocket on the lid here. So you have a couple of different ways that you can organize using this area. If you try to put something too bulky in this pocket, and you put bulky stuff here, it starts to get a little tight, but I like the variety of options that are provided there. And then moving into tech organization, the bags take a little bit of a different approach. Alpaka has this admin area on the front that's lockable. Again, aqua guarded zipper here, which is great to see. And then you have a little bit of space that goes down towards the bottom. So you can use this to store taller, bulkier items. Here I have Alpaka's admin pouch. I have my sunglasses resting there. And then you have a couple of pockets on the back, slip pocket for my mouse here, and then a couple of spots for a pen, a stylus, for a cable, great for portable hard drives. You have a zipper pocket on the back with a good amount of space, and then a couple of additional zipper pockets on the lid. I have my AirPods in one of them, and then you have one that's a little more hidden where you can place an air tag, some webbing where you can clip on additional accessories. And on the Able Carry side, you don't really have that level of admin organization. You do have the dedicated laptop compartment. You do have an aqua guarded zipper on the laptop compartment, as well as a lockable zipper. And then you have a well padded and suspended laptop sleeve. And so really like the implementation here, plenty of space for a 15 or 16 inch laptop. And you also have an additional pocket here at the top. And this is where you kind of have some of that admin organization, not quite as much dedicated space as the Alpaka bag, but here I have my mouse, and then you have some slip pockets here that you can use to store additional tech accessories, cables, dongles, batteries if you're using this as a camera bag. And then you also have a sleeve where you could slide a tablet in. The Elements travel backpack does have a dedicated laptop compartment as well, lockable, and I really like the laptop sleeve and tablet sleeves that are provided here. The tablet sleeve has a nice soft lining. It's a little bit padded. It's not super thick, but it's a little thicker than just a standard slip pocket. And then you have the soft lining for the laptop compartment. Good amount of padding on the sleeve. And then this is also suspended off the bottom of the ground, and plenty of space for a 15 or 16-inch laptop here as well. You can get your device very quickly and easily when you need to. And then moving into the main compartments, both of these open up flat so that you can easily pack them out. And so starting with the able carry side, you have a nice large open space here, great for a packing cube or more modular style of organization. So at the moment I have my Evergood Civic Access pouch, 1 liter. Then I have my 2 Peak Design packing cubes, the small one and the medium one, and they both fit in there pretty comfortably. Now you can get a better look at the inside here. You have a slip pocket on the inside and another one of those loops that you can use to clip on an additional accessory. And one thing to note here with the water bottle pocket that Able Carry has is that if you put something super bulky here, it'll start to poke into this main area. So you want to keep that in mind depending on how you're organizing your stuff. But in general, I think they did a really good job as far as balancing out the space. And then you have a couple of zippered pockets on the lid. One that's got more of a mesh material on the bottom. It's a little bit taller. And then you have an additional one near the top. These are always nice to be kind of extra quick access areas, good bit of volume. I just have a nail clipper set in there at the moment. And you have the additional webbing where you can place the lanyard that I showed earlier in the video or clip something else on with a carabiner. And then on the Elements travel backpack, pretty much a clamshell style opening here as well. The layout is fairly similar. And so at the moment I have, again, another sort of travel setup. Here I have an extra pair of shoes, and then I have a Peak Design pouch, my Air Dop kit, and I also have a compressible packing cube here from Arkedo. So all of that fit in there comfortably. There was room to spare just for the sake of showing kind of the same loadouts between the bags. This one will also be able to hold my Peak Design compressible packing cube. That is the medium one, the small one, and then I can store the Evergood Civic Access pouch, 1 liter. And all these things fit in here. This feels a little more snug than it did on the Able Carry Max. And I think that the reason for that is just that some of the dimension and volume from the Elements travel backpack goes into this front area. You have this whole separate compartment to organize, which I like to have, but it does affect how the space is distributed across the full volumes of the bag. And so yeah, just a little bit tighter, but both of them can easily handle this loadout, which is kind of my common 1 bag setup. And so with all those items in there, I like that I still have the ability to take advantage of this compartment, and I'll be able to travel for quite a bit of time with this sort of a setup. On the lid, again, very similar here as far as having the mesh compartment on the bottom. You have an additional one here at the top, so you have 2 mesh pockets for added visibility. Just have a deck of playing cards in there, but nice amount of space that's provided in this area. And then the last thing I want to mention before I wrap up here on the main compartment is that you do have a little bit of organization provided on the Alpaka front, as far as having some zippered pockets here on the sides with mesh that are going to be great for smaller items that you don't want getting lost. So you have 2 on each side, really nice for toiletries, for tech items. And then you have some webbing along the back that's going to allow you to clip on additional items if you want to customize your layout a little bit more. So really like the amount of space and the layout offered by both of these. They do take a little bit of a different approach, but both can be very, very effective. And so to summarize some of the key takeaways from both bags, they're both going to be durable, spacious, versatile travel options. And as far as the organization, that's probably going to be one of the biggest differences to consider between the two. If you want more of a kind of traditional layout with extra organization that's built in, some added flexibility on the exterior with the compression straps, the traditional water bottle pocket, and then the extra admin area, then the Alpaka Elements is probably going to be the way to go. If you prefer just a simpler layout, more space in the main compartment, if you don't really like having a traditional water bottle pocket, you prefer to have something that'll give you some extra flexibility, then the Able Carry will be the way to go. Both of these are really quite good on the comfort front. The waist strap on the Alpaka side and the load lifters may be a little bit of a bonus for people that like to have those types of features. But really, regardless of which one you go with, you're gonna end up with something durable, functional, and that's gonna look great. And so that's it. Those are some of the similarities and differences between the Alpaka Elements Travel Backpack and the Able Carry Max. Hopefully this video was helpful, and if you have any questions on anything that we covered in the video or suggestions for similar bags that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I'll make sure to include links in the description below to the dedicated reviews that I've done for each of these bags, as well as to some of the other comparison videos that I've done, similar to this one where I've compared the Alpaka Elements Travel Backpack against the Air Travel Pack 3. I've done some with the Able Carry Max against the Peak Design 30-liter travel backpack. I've also done a few roundups where I've talked about some of my favorite bags in this category. And if you have ideas for other comparisons that you would like to see, definitely let me know about those as well. And I want to thank you as always for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.